Yo, we live. You are now listening to Volume 76 of the Bucket Up Podcast. Here with your boy Ty Doyle, aka DJ Buttersauce, aka Ty Lante, aka your mom called me on her bad days. And I'm here as always with the kid, the homie, the kid JB. Was good.
Yo, man, living good. It's the kid JB. Could have been right last week, aka Mr. Told You So, because I'm not always right, but when I am, I told you so. Mr. Irony, man. Have some irony in my life, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But I'm happy to be here on the Bucket Up Podcast, Volume 76, the most organic, chemistraic podcast duo there ever has been, ever will be, and ever is again. But yeah, man, the kid JB, happy to be here. What's good?
You already know, man. Same old shit, chilling. I always say maxing, relaxing, but you know what I'm doing. I'm working, doing my shit, enjoying life, bro. Enjoying the fruits of my labor, which is like nothing.
Which fruit? What's your favorite fruits again?
I don't know. What is my favorite fruit? I fuck with bananas. Pineapple's good, fresh. Did you see that thing? Like we all been eating pineapples, like wrong. I guess
I did see that, but good news is I haven't really fucked with pineapples, so I never really. I haven't been fucking it up, but I could see where others have been fucking it up. So, for the buckets out there, if you haven't seen this video, there's a video surfacing of like a dude eating a pineapple that looks like, I don't know, some skewers or some shit, right? Like he just
yeah, it's like where the spikes are in the pineapple. There's like little quadrants of it, and you're supposed to be breaking off the like the quadrants from the spikes that you see on the outside of the pineapple. And that's how you're supposed to eat it this whole time. We've been just cutting into that bitch. But you got to think about it like this. You know how wild, like, the first person to eat a pineapple was? That shit just look poisonous. Like, you just look at that shit, spikes and shit everywhere. You're like, yo, let me try that.
Same with the coconut. Yo, this is tough and kills people on the outside, but I bet you it's tasty on the inside.
Right? Like, I definitely would have been, if I was there with the dude, like, yo, I'm going to try one of them. I'm like, you about to eat one of them spiky shits? All right, nah, bro, you got it. Let me know how you feel in a week or two.
Yeah, and then he comes back and you're like, damn, you seem healthy. All right, man, let me let's go check out a pineapple.
All right. Now, even then, that's still even fake because you don't know if that shit might get you a couple, weeks, months later,
Yeah.
But I mean, because think about it, that's how we found out everything was poisonous, right?
Right, like eating the wrong berries and shit.
Right, and they're like, "Well, don't eat that berry. That nigga John died the other day."
Yeah, and shouts to them. Shouts to the berries being like good. They're like raspberry, and then I don't know about this one, blueberry. Fuck it.
They ran out of. They were like, "Yo, I'm tired of naming these shits, bro. We're just gonna go blueberry."
Yeah, it's blue, and it didn't, cause a plague when you ate it. So,
all right, like
it's one of the good berries, which is crazy. How there's still like berries on trees. There's like, remember, growing up in the woods and shit. They'd be like, "Don't eat those, you'll die." I'm like, why they here? Why they here then? Like,
right? Wow, I don't know. That's wild. I know. Yeah, you have all the shitty, and then like in New York, we had I remember like people used to have like crab apple trees, and it's like, what the fuck are these? I don't know if it's just like they're apple trees that got stunted or something, but you couldn't eat those apples.
Shouts to the episode of Simpsons when they had the tobacco, which is the tobacco and the tomato plant. Yeah. That was like the first time I ever wanted to try tomato. But
because they thought that tobacco shit sounded gross as hell.
Yeah. But anyway, so back to our weekend, bro. What'd you do Friday night? I had a funny week that, my weekends are kind of chill, so I'm gonna trickle in what happened on Wednesday as kind of my highlight for Friday.
Okay. I went to the movies. I went and saw Captain Marvel. I'll break that down a little bit. I was hanging out with the homies, Trav and Aubrey. We had a little double date night. We got some pasta. We went to the movies, and that was cool. I was telling everybody I had to work a full day on Friday. I usually get half days, and so I was out here complaining to everybody who usually work full days on Fridays and shit. Like, yo, man, I ain't get my napping. Traffic was terrible at like 4:30. Everybody's like, bro, we do this every week.
I had to work like the whole day. I had to work a shift.
Had to do a regular shift that everybody in America does on fucking Friday. It was terrible.
People were saying good afternoon, and they weren't just saying it as a figurative speech. It actually was. actually was the afternoon and I was bugging.
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah. So yeah, it was cool. Friday was cool, and then yesterday, I was, you called me 3 naps. I got in another good nap yesterday, and then we went to the point. Katie's like, "Yo, you've been sleeping a lot. I'm starting to worry." I'm like, "Bro, I'm just tired." Like sometimes you get tired from the week.
I will say, when you napping so much, do you dream that much? Like, do you have like big dreams?
Hell nah. I be having dumb dreams. I had a dream that somebody at my workout fired. I'm like, why the fuck I'm dreaming about that? I don't care about that.
Damn, you dreaming about me? That's crazy.
Nah, but it's not. It's not even like people that I fuck with heavy getting fired. It's just like people
Where's
who
Bill?
like, yeah, it's just like random person that I talked to like twice. It's like, oh, that person got fired. I'm like, oh, all right. And that's my whole dream. I'm like, what?
Actually,
Okay.
dude at my job got fired, and like, what's funny is it's crazy to see the switch up. You know what I'm saying? People that fuck with the person heavy, and then you're just like, "Where's so and so?" And they're like, "Oh, he sucked at this job." You're like, "Oh, well,
Mm.
you seemed pretty cool with him then," but
Well, yeah, he's
eh,
not gonna be while he's there. Like, yeah, hey man, you suck.
no, but you don't have to be fake and pretend to like him.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, are you gonna not like? Oh, they were like saying like they don't fuck with him.
Right. Though, yeah, we didn't. He wasn't that cool anyway. It's like, you made it seem like you're
Oh,
your best friend, bro.
yeah, nah, that's trash. I thought you were
Right.
saying like they like I might have been cool with somebody, but like I guess they weren't very good at their job. But look, like I never know, like
Yeah.
somebody recently got fired at my job, and they were like, yeah, he was on probation for like the whole 3 years, and I'm like, shit, how the hell would I know that?
You hear some wild shit, and you're like, "How did that get by me?" They're like, "Yeah, he brought knives to work." You're like,
You're
"Whoa,
like, whoa.
when did I?" They're like, "Yeah, he said he hated bucket hats." You're like, "Okay,
You're like, you ain't say shit to me. I was just cooling in the corner. What the fuck?
yeah." I always did. Like, it's so funny. I worked at a job. Looking back, you know how like it's sad to say, but it's still a thing. You know how like anti-Semitism was like a trend in high school. Like the kids thought it was cool to like make fun of Jews and shit.
I mean, that's everybody. Yeah,
Right. I mean, I guess that shit never ends. But um. Yeah, like I found out I had a coworker that like carved a swastika in his arm or some
what
shit.
the fuck?
And I'm like, he never said shit to me when I asked him to pass the fries, yo, pass the Lysol, man. Like,
I guess you're not gonna be outwardly racist to the point where you need to use it. I
I'm
guess.
like, bro, we're like 15 years old. Like, what did a Jew do to you to affect you 15 years old?
Motherfuckers just don't be knowing what the hell they doing. But
Right.
I was actually saying the other day that I didn't even know like half of the like slurs that people have for people until I went to school in the suburbs and was around more white people. Like I had no clue about like the slur for Jewish people. I had no clue. Like I know there's slurs for like Italians and Irish people and like what I mean, and Spanish people, and I'm like, bro, we ain't know none of that shit in the hood, bro. I'm like, y'all fucked up,
It's
man.
funny because people from the hood are not even like clever enough. Usually they just like say shit off like observation, like "Yo, shorts, come here,
Yeah, nah, yeah,
tight pants, what's good, tight pants?"
right. We're not using deep seated like hatred and racism to roast
Yeah,
people. We just talking about like, yo, you see this nigga over here with the old FUBU shorts. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna hit you with that shit, but we're not gonna be
yeah.
like, yo, look at this dude, and you're like this fucking whatever the hell they call people, like fucking I don't even know a goop or some
Yeah.
shit. And then
Okay.
I'm like, I just heard all this shit. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And they're like, oh, that's like the N word for Italians. Like, first of all, I mean, is it really the N word? But also, like, why do y'all have that?
I learned a lot of slurs from Clint Eastwood. I'll tell you that much.
From fucking
Gran Torino,
just Gran Torino. He just out here wilding. That's because
but
he definitely uses that shit in his daily. Let's be real.
I mean, yeah, I think many people do. But anyway, we digress.
Sorry, I had to go off into that. He's just saying, once I ain't learning that shit till I got around white people. Just saying.
I love it. The N word for Italian is kind of wild. But anyway,
What are you
but
even breaking that out? He's like, I thought the N word for Italian was gnocchi, bro.
oh wow. Anyway, so yeah, my Friday was a little wild. Kind of like I was saying, dude, like Wednesday I went out, shouts to the New York Knicks. They were in town, bro, and shouts to Michael Ramirez. Speaking about coworkers, old coworkers, PR guy for the Suns, hooked it up with the Ticks.
Cool.
Yeah. So it was sick. It was actually the closest I've ever been at a game. It was like lower level, row 30 or some shit. But yeah, we got to the game, man. Knicks sucking. They lost by like 11 points or some shit. But it was cool because I got to see some people from back home. Not people that I knew from back home, but people from New York and shit. One dude looked just like Aaron Judge, and it was really funny because he told me a story how he wears a Mets hat often and just confuses people.
Mm-hmm.
So that was funny. And then yo, tell me if this is problematic or not, or maybe I'm overthinking it. So they were hyping up the Creed 2 movie, and they
Mm-hmm.
had the son's ape gorilla or whatever
Mm-hmm.
put on a robe and a boxing gloves and started like boxing and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, is that needed or is that a little much, you know? But
Nah, it's fine. I think the gorilla, because he's already there, so it's like they can't really.
yeah, but
Yeah, I mean,
that's fine. But it was funny that I guess the highlight of that was like, you know how when the mascot gives out free shit, no matter what it is, people want it.
yeah.
There was like this little 3-year-old baby reaching there, handing out DVDs to the Creed 2.
Mm-hmm.
And this little 3-year-old baby's like crying, like mercifully, like, I
Nah,
want
you
the
just
DVD.
want the free thing, bro.
And I was like, well, you give the kid the Michael B. Jordan DVD. All right. The kid,
like he gonna know. He can't even
yeah,
watch the movie yet.
the kid wants to see Killmonger. All right. So, but nah, so then Knicks lost, so whatever. But shouts to me. So that was the end of the game. But dude, it's some funny shit talking about being from New York, the rough patch, to here in Arizona. What's funny is Joel and I, little restaurant review, nothing too crazy. We went to Tilted Kilt, not really a grand old spot, so didn't have high standards.
It's basically like Hooters for the bottom, tutors.
No, Tilted Kilt is more of like a edgy TGI Fridays.
You don't think it's in the same vein as Hooters? Because they definitely the kilt is tilted, my guy.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. It's an
Like
Irish.
cheeks are out.
It's an Irish Hooters.
Yeah, it's like I said, tutors.
Okay, yeah, I didn't even think about the name to be real. I thought it was I thought it was tilted like you're drunk. My bad.
I did that, yo. So there's another spot called Twin Peaks, and I thought it was just like that was just the name of a brewery, and then I didn't realize the two mountains next to each other were supposed to be, titties.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
So I'm like, oh, okay,
But isn't there mountains called Twin Peaks?
maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
So, yeah.
Well, with that, we're there and bad service, of course. At this point, like I'm just starting to just cook shit and bring it home, which I should be doing, economically speaking. But anyway, they brought us our food after our drinks, man. We got our food, and we don't drink like that, so I'm waiting on like an iced tea or a lemonade, and we're standing there at the food, and she's like, "Can I get you guys anything else?" And we're like, "The drinks."
Mm-hmm.
And finally get the drinks, So we were kind of mad because it took them like 30 minutes to get us even like our order, but whatever. So we were out. But then right before we left, we heard this guy like hit this cowbell really loud, and it was just really obnoxious. So Joel and I were like, all right, yeah, we're definitely out,
Mm-hmm.
So then we're walking out waiting for our Uber because we took an Uber from downtown or from my crib to downtown. And you know how when a fight's about to start, you can hear like, "What are you gonna do?" Like combative
Oh
talk.
yeah, people in the back like, nah, fuck that, yo, I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah. It's like I didn't waste a good outfit for nothing. Nah,
Yeah, like this nigga got me fucked up, fam. You're like, oh shit.
If you back home, if you hear on everything I love, it's like, oh shit,
yeah,
they about to fight, yeah.
you're like,
Anyway,
let me get out the damn way.
yeah, let me refill my drink and I'm out. Anyway, so the same dude that was hitting the cowbell, I guess he was a customer. I thought he was just a coworker at the bar, and they were doing like one of those like, oh, Taco Tuesday, like
Yeah,
thing.
like you go to the place and they start just yelling about shit. It's somebody's birthday or something.
Right. So I thought that was it, but no. Apparently, the dude was just drunk hitting a cowbell, and they kicked him out. And I was like, all right, that makes sense. It's kind of disturbing the other guests. But then all you hear is like, "What are you gonna do about it, bro?" And you turn around, and it's just me and Joel. And then I see the guy that got kicked out, and I guess one of the guys that worked at Tilted Kilt, and we turned around perfectly because all you hear is what are you gonna do about it? Man, fuck your cowbell. And then they just start charging each other, right? And I'm
Oh
like,
shit.
nice. I'm about to see a fight like front and center. This is legit. But then, bro, this is the pussiest shit I've ever seen. They both just start like the South Park episode. Come at me, bro. What are you doing, bro?
Oh,
And they both just charging each other. And your man from Tilted Kill, who is supposed to be like the bouncer type dude, yo, tell me why he looked like Day Day from Next Friday,
oh man.
running from Baby D, and he was ducking and diving from this dude. And the other guy was like, "Fucking pussy, why you running away from me, man?" And then me finding all of this comical, I'm like, I'm hypothetically and rhetorically asking out loud, "What are you guys fighting about? What are y'all fighting about?" And Joelle being kind of, she's like, "Stop, stop." I was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just laughing. This is comedy." And then there's a dude to my left who's just filming this shit, and I was like, "Bro."
Wow.
I was like, we can't even yell world star. No one's even throwing a punch or
Yeah,
nothing.
exactly.
And then your man was just mad. He just put the phone in his like pocket and walked off.
It was like, oh, that's bullshit.
So then the dude just walked off. Security came. It was a wrap. And then what was mad funny is like the dude kind of felt embarrassed that he was like kind of punked in front of people. So he was like walking up to us trying to laugh it off, like, "Oh yeah, that guy's nuts, huh?" And me and Joel were like, "Nah, you type weak, son. Like,
I
you
mean,
got punked."
my only thing is like if he worked there, he probably not like supposed to just fight people. Like he's supposed to just like throw people out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess that's true, but
Yeah, I mean,
not
like,
not in our standard, not
yeah,
me.
yeah, right. He probably thinking like, I would like, should I fight him? If I fight him, do I get fired? Am I just supposed to just push him out? I don't even really know. You know what I mean? Because I don't know how that works. I've never seen a bouncer fight anybody. They usually just like grab somebody up, throw them out the club. You know, they might slam somebody. They're
Yeah.
not. I ain't never seen them like actually fighting somebody. You know,
Well, it was just because like I was saying that to Joel. I think like also once you're off the premises, like the rules change too. Like
maybe.
I think like you could fight him if he's in the restaurant. But anyway,
Yeah. Then you just kind of aggravating it.
so
So
that
you
was
know.
mad funny, dude, because Joel was like, why were you saying anything? I was like, because it was funny to me. But looking back, I was like, yeah, it's stupid. It's not like they were gonna stop and be like, "Yo, bro, this is why we fighting."
Right? And you know, when motherfuckers are irrational, they might turn to your ass and be like, "Nah, what's up? You think this shit funny?"
Yeah, I would come on. I mean, like, yeah, I got it.
Like, nah, I ain't even got. I'm just wanting to know. I'm curious.
I'm like, come on, man. I just came from the Knicks game. Y'all gonna do this right now? All right. I mean, I was like, oh, we can do this New York style. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
nah. So it's funny because I was just laughing, and then Joelle was the best on it. She made a good observation. While I'm trying to just analyze the fight and shit. While everything calmed down, she's like, "Yeah, so I don't know why they were fighting." And I was like, "Yeah, it was crazy, right?" She's like, "But mostly, why did your man have like ranch dressing all over his face?" And looking back on it, your man did have just ranch everywhere on his face. And we're
Bro,
like, where did that come from? Like,
my
did
man
dude?
got my man got loose at a tilted kill on a Wednesday, and then was just taking. He probably just taking wings to the fucking face and shit, and then he started wilding out. That's crazy.
I was laughing so hard because I was like, man. And then I was telling Joe, I was like, you see how irrational I get? I'll never get like that. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
bro. Right
saying?
on the face trying to fight a person. That's crazy.
Yeah, on a Wednesday over a cowbell.
Right? Like I couldn't even imagine getting twisted at a tilted kill, let alone on a Wednesday, bro.
So yeah, so that was my Friday, man. Then real Wednesday slash, but then yeah, Friday, man, real quick. I came home and I was in my cleaning frenzies as I get every now and then. And I was looking at the shower curtain, man. I was like, this shit dirty. And I just ripped the shit down.
Yeah,
And
you
I
gotta
bought it.
replace that guy every now and then, you know?
Yeah, so I bought a new one. So we rocking with the new shower curtain. And it's gangster.
Nice. That's
So
what's up. That's what's up.
but yeah, man. So that was Friday, and then yesterday, yeah, AZCFL broadcast game of the week, week
Hey.
week 5, game 4. Shouts to my co-host for showing up. The broadcast is always better when I have a co-host, dude. You can't broadcast football by yourself. Like that shit is so hard.
You out here bouncing it to yourself. Like, what do you think about that, Jesse? Oh yeah, I think that was great.
I'm like contradicting myself. I'm like, yo, that's an interception. I think the ball hit the ground, Jesse. Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like yeah, and people just like, yo, I think he's talking to himself in this broadcast. Homeboy getting bored.
Yeah, but yeah, so shouts to that. Good week, good game. 63 or 61-7 was the score. But
What?
yeah.
All right, cool.
Hey man, better than the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Hey, but
hey.
so yeah, that was my weekend, man. What was yours looking like?
Yeah, I told you it was cool. Main event is people been hype. I know you don't fuck with the comic book movies as much as I do, but Captain Marvel dropped.
Wakanda forever.
You already know. Motherfuckers was already coming for it for a couple of months or whatever because I don't know, people are fucking weird and they don't like women as much. So people were coming after Brie Larson for playing Captain Marvel, saying that she was against men or some shit. And I'm like, bro, what are y'all talking about? And then,
Yeah.
yeah, either way, I went to go see the movie because we already had Infinity War, and we knew Captain Marvel was coming. We didn't know how. We didn't know about her backstory or anything like that. So this movie came out. Went to go see it with the homies. Definitely enjoyed the movie. I will say that my critique is that like they had to lay so much like groundwork for the next movie that's coming out literally next month. That like
What?
yeah like and so like part 2 of Infinity War, so Endgame comes out next month, and so they had to set so much shit up for that movie that it kind of held this movie back like a little bit. But overall, I definitely enjoyed it. I still give it like maybe like 3.8 buckets out of 5.
So a couple of things. Is this her like intro story?
Yeah, it's an origin story. So that's the thing. Like origin stories usually are hard to do because it's like you gotta like do the whole like what happened to this person. Like you can't just get into the shit. You know what I mean? And
Uh,
so like that, and
yeah.
they had to set up her story while setting up like groundwork for another movie and tie it back to the other movie. So it was like a lot they had to kind of do, and it kind of like it kind of made the movie feel like it was doing a lot of legwork for that. But I mean, it still was. I still enjoyed the movie. Like it still was good. Marvel usually, hits only. There's only like 3 actually bad Marvel movies. So you know what I mean.
So without spoiling it, what's her superpowers?
So she get hit with this. I mean, it's hard to explain. She like gets hit with this like this energy machine thing, and so like she gets like she's basically just like energized. So she get like these energy blasts. She can go full with it and start flying and shit. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like she's like she can absorb energy and kind of redistribute it.
Hmm.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
So she's kind of like Mrs. Incredible.
Nah, she's not elastic or nothing like that.
Just fuck up. But no, shouts to yeah. So like I said, where I lay on that shit, it's funny because I don't fuck with those movies, right? But it's
Mhm.
not because of like the premises or blah blah blah. I'm just not entertained by them. So it's like I don't have like a, how people be snobby and like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm above these. I'm kind of like, yeah, hey, you know what? Y'all might even be above me. You got it. Like I just don't give a
Mhm.
fuck, right?
Right.
Uh, but with that, what's funny is like I've been hearing a lot of slander, especially I'm heavy on Star Wars. I just don't kind of geek out on that shit.
Mhm.
And I've been hearing similar smoke about like how, similar to the Star Wars slander was like, yo, there can't be no gay people in the galaxy,
I'm
yada
like,
yada.
"What?"
Yeah. And I'm like, fam, this shit is made up. So you better sit down.
In
And
the
then
whole galaxy, bro? Like,
yeah.
what?
And then now I'm hearing like, yo, Captain Marvel can't be a girl. She can't be a female. It gotta be a male. And I'm like, fam, this shit is made the fuck up.
Right.
Why do you care?
And also, it's like, people saying shit like that, it's like, bro, it's been a girl in the comics. It's all like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Do you even read, bro?
Right? And I don't know. People are just wilding out, and they like, yo, they stuffing feminist things down our throat. You know what I mean? It's the fucking liberal media, and it's like, fam, what?
It's like, fam, have you ever okay, there's many layers, man. Shouts to my moms. Anytime I ever looked at my mom, all I saw was a cape. I was like, she's a superhero, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So Captain Marvel being a woman is all I expect. Fuck these dudes out here talking about they pushing feminism. No, man, you just want to see a dude in tights. You weirdo.
Right,
Fuck out of
right,
here.
right. I mean,
Yeah. Tell us how you really feel, fam.
right. They only fuck with the chicks in the movie if they're like sexual. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or like a side, I'm cool with like the girl being like like the sidekick, but she can't be like the main character.
It's like, bro, what the hell is wrong with you?
It's
That's
like,
what people
yeah,
were people were going out their way to like go on Rotten Tomatoes and like review bomb it and be like, oh yeah, this pushing everybody. Every comment is like, oh, they pushing feminist shit on us, and like obviously motherfuckers who ain't even see the movie, and it's like, bro, what? You don't got any fucking time on your hands? Like the hell's wrong with you? You
right.
got nothing else to do?
And there's definitely movies that they've tried to make an effort of like all female cast, and then it kind of crashes. Um, but I think those are the movies where they actually made a point to do it. But
Right, but even
um,
still, it's like, why do people care so much? Like when the black, when they're like, oh, we're gonna do Ghostbusters, but with chicks, and like people are just so mad about it. I'm like, well, me, I'm more mad that motherfuckers just keep doing remakes. Like to me, I'm like, yo, stop doing remakes. Like you
yeah,
can't,
that's lazy. Let alone like the feminist shit.
right? Like you can't, like I like give women their own stories and new shit. Like that's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? But like, all right, you rebooting it, but then I'm like, there's fucking reboots all the time. I can't complain about every reboot.
Right,
So,
right.
so like to just be like singling out the one that they happen to do with girls is bullshit. You know what I mean? And then
And
try to be like, well,
yeah,
I'm just mad as a reboot. Like, nah, cause you was cool for them other reboots, my nigga. Like, you
it's
can't pick and choose.
fam. You know what's wild? Like that type shit. Like, and I'm not. And at times it will be like, yo, like why are they bugging? We never bug like that. A good example I think, dude, is like, remember how most of the shit we came up on was like mixed with like girls and guys and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So like we didn't have that fear of like, nah, it should be all dudes. Like Power Rangers had the pink and yellow ranger, banged with them. You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
right,
Mighty Ducks, the goalie, Julie the Cat Gaffney was a girl. We banged with her.
right.
All of that had the girl crew and the guy crew. Julie, what was her name? Julie Bet with the vital information.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like we thought that shit was funny, so we never were like, nah, all that would be better if it was all boys.
Right,
Like
but I think also in those cases they were very much just like throwing one person in there to kind of, I know they throw the one black guy in there in the crew, or they throw the one girl in the crew to kind of be like, yeah, like kind of diversity. And
I
I'm
mean, they
like,
had Keenan and Kel. They had two black guys.
that's true, but I'm just saying like that's what they were doing in the '90s more so.
Well, all
It's kind
that
of
had
like
the
tokenism.
well, they had the black girl too.
Oh no,
Like,
no, not all of that. All of that
ah,
was all
yeah,
diversity. I'm not talking about. I'm
yeah,
just saying like most of those movies, like they throw in kind of like a token. You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And like it was like, all right, cool, we getting some progress. But like now we're like, hey, you can't just throw one black guy in there anymore. You can't just throw one girl in there anymore. Like you got to have like actual representation. You know what I'm saying? And
Well,
now
yeah,
that's when people are kind of like, nah, fuck that.
yeah, which is stupid because I'm just kind of like, dude, like it's creative writing, it's made up. So
Right.
maybe this movie is just not for you. It doesn't mean that it needs to like change itself to fit your narrative.
Right, right. Like at the end of the day, it should be you either want to go see a movie or you don't, and if you don't, then just don't go see it. Like out here complaining online, it's fucking wild, bro.
Right? Because it's like, dude, you can make your own movie. That's not really and
And
anyone
nobody's
stopping
fucking
you.
with it.
Yeah, like that's the whole thing. And people are like, dude, no, they should have done it this way. It's like, all right, well, I don't think you're on the board, or like
Hey,
they
that makes
care.
relevant to you, bro.
Yeah, they don't care about your suggestion at all.
Right,
So that's
right,
not any different from us when we talk sports. Like, yo, they should have ran this play. They should have done
right.
that.
End of the day, we don't really know. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But even still, it's just motherfucking spazzing for shit that don't make no sense. Like, bro, it's cool. Like, it's okay to have some girls, some female superheroes. It's 50% of the goddamn population. You know what I mean? Like, there maybe should be more women on the team, bro. Like, it makes sense, man. I don't really know what to tell you. But, people get wild about shit. And they're like, oh, she pushing feminists. You can't have a show with all females. Like, that's discrimination. Like, bro, just go to a different show and who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell you care?
We
Like,
were
they,
we were talking about that shit, man. Just earlier, not all the way. The R. Kelly shit, like how in an interview about victims coming out against him, he played the victim card, and I was like, why can't you just play the neutral shit? Like,
right?
it's like the same people that are like, yo, they pushing this feminist shit down my throat, like they're sexist. It's like, no, man, stop. You're the sexist one because you're pushing
Yeah.
back against it.
That's,
Like,
that's my favorite. Somebody calls somebody a racist and they're like, nah, you're the racist now.
yeah, that's how I was
Like,
dude. We were saying that exactly. Like,
that's how that works, bro.
yeah. And we were saying like, oh, word, like that's like if it's like you catch someone trying to steal something, you're like, oh, you thought I was trying to steal this shit? Well, you're a thief because you have the mindset of someone trying to
Yeah,
steal shit.
that's really what that is, bro. And it's like that never works for anything. Like that's like 100% all guilt. It's been that way since you're a kid, right? It's
Yeah,
like
I will.
everybody's like, "Oh, you sleepy? Nah, you sleepy." And just like that's that giveaway that you sleepy, dog.
Right.
Like, "Oh, you drunk? Oh, Ty drunk and shit." Nah, fam,
Yeah.
you drunk. I'm like, nah, you the drunk one, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yo, you
so,
fart? No, you farted, bro. Like,
exactly, like, bro, that's some real smelt. You smelt it. You dealt it on racism right there.
dude, we're solving the world's problems. Like, hey, we over here, nose goes, got it.
Right? It's like, nah, wait, I said something racist. Nah, you the racist one.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I don't like having girls being superheroes in the movie, but y'all get mad at me. No, y'all the sexist because y'all don't like men.
Yeah.
Like what?
Oh, I don't get the joke. Nah, y'all stupid, not me. It's like, wait,
It's
what?
like, nah, bro, we know what it is, and you the weirdo.
I will say, shouts to the other day. I was at the grocery store, or not grocery store, the gas station. I had to pull like a bodega move. Your man was like in the back cleaning with his headphones on, and I just came to the front with a gallon of milk. And I was waiting like 2-3 minutes. So you know what you do is you hold it up and you go, yo, yo, and point to the item.
Mm-hmm.
And then the very next move is like, if you see a dude looking at the item, he's about to walk the fuck out, fam. So I was just like,
For like mad long, right?
yeah. So I was like looking at the shit. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this milk. And then as soon as I say this, as soon as I say this, she's like, I can help you, man. And
Oh
I
shit.
was like, the milk, bro. I was calling your name. He's like, yeah, my bad. So, but anyway, yeah, getting to it, man. Whoever smelt it dealt it. It's a good
Whoever smelled it, that was it.
nah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's crazy, man. So it was a good movie. I guess sexism prevails.
I mean, nah, I didn't because the motherfucking movie is smashing box offices. I think they're doing like 150 something million here. They did a bunch of million overseas. I think they're about to open in like 550 million or some shit. So that shit ain't work. Motherfucker just wanted to go see a movie. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even like again, I fuck with the movie. It's not like top tier Marvel movie, and it's still about to smash numbers, which makes sense because what we had, Venom was trash. It was, you know what I mean, and that shit did numbers. Aquaman was like okay, and that shit did numbers. So it only makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see either one. I feel great.
Yeah, yeah. Which is cool. Like, yo, I'm cool if people just like, yo, I don't fuck with like the comic book movies. I'm like, all right, that's fine. If that's just not your cup of tea. I just when people be like, oh, all they all the same, blah blah blah. It's the blood, like they got to do explosions. Like, bro, get the fuck out of my face.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
yo, it's cool for you to not like something for yourself, but like you don't got to put it down for other people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but dude, see, I'm real with it because if you were like, yo, Jay, you trying to go see Venom? I'm like, what's that? You're like, it's the superhero movie. I'd be like, oh no, I don't really fuck with superhero movies.
And
But
that's cool.
but if you said some shit like, yo, you want to go see Venom? I'm like, what's that? You're like, it's about a movie about a dude that gets like possessed by like this thing and he blah blah. I'd be like, nah, I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, I wouldn't
yeah.
even say just because it's a superhero movie. I probably wouldn't
Right.
want to fuck with the movie, you know?
Right, right, and that's fine. And it's just like, see, when motherfuckers, I hate. We already talked about this when motherfuckers are snobs about certain shit,
Yeah.
and like some people try to justify it, like, well, art. So you like people should try to do it, but it's like there's different forms of art and what people appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
motherfuckers been reading comic books their whole life, waiting for the movies like this to come on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have. Of course, you're not gonna have the same ties to it as somebody like that. But like that don't mean that like, oh, because you fucking want to watch an indie film where motherfuckers don't really, it's just them being sad the whole time. That don't mean that your movie's better than the other movie. You know what I mean?
Word. Well, I got a movie review that'll lead into one of our first topics.
Mm-hmm.
I saw, so it was called My Friend Dahmer, which was
Mm-hmm.
it was supposed to be a documentary or kind of like, not a documentary, what's that called when they do like a movie in
Redramatization or something like that.
yeah, kind of like the story before the story leading
Oh,
to,
prequel.
yeah, like a prequel, like leading to why he was crazy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of showing the early signs of like a psychopath or whatever. And yeah, he was weird as shit, bro. He was came from a family that fought all the time, and his dad was a chemist or some shit. So he would give him acid, and he would just find roadkill and decompose the flesh so he could have the bones of the animals.
The fuck, bro?
Yeah, he was just a weird dude from the jump. And then he got to this point in high school in the 70s where like he somehow got popular with the in crowd by pretending to be like retarded, and everyone thought that was fun,
Wow.
and everyone thought it was funny. So he just like went along with it. And then uh yeah. So anyway, I was telling earlier before the pod was it got to the point where we had to turn the movie off because there's a scene where he's walking the family dog to the woods, which leads you to believe because he's been chopping animals and bugs up, throughout the movie. We're
Mm-hmm.
thinking, he's gonna chop the dog up or whatever. So we couldn't have that on our heartbeat. So we just turned the shit off. Um, but I will say, man, leading to that, we were talking about watching sex scenes in movies or uncomfortable scenes around, your parents or in public. I'm not cool with scenes that make me uncomfortable at all, depending on what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, like, seeing a dog die, that's like the last thing I'm trying to see. So I turned that shit off quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I doubt Captain Marvel had sex scenes.
Nah.
But what was the last time? What was the last sex scene or some shit like where that went down? Because I have a good example.
Well, it just always was weird. Like, you know what I mean? You throw in a movie and nobody really knows too much about because nobody saw the movie yet. And like as you get older, you start watching, rated R movies with mixed company. You know what I'm saying? And then, a sex scene pops up and it's awkward as shit. Like I got numerous examples of this shit. The first time it happened to me, I was watching Knocked Up with my moms. And
That's
like we're
wild.
just chilling. And obviously the fucking scene where he's banging homegirl pregnant comes up and they're like being wild about it. I'm like, I'm gonna go get some Kool-Aid. My mom started talking on the phone.
That's
She
it's
called
just
somebody, she's like,
yeah.
hey girl, yeah, we watching Knocked Up. Nah, I ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, like yeah, that shit was weird as hell.
Yeah,
And
that
then,
is awkward. Yeah.
right, and then I remember like later on, I don't know if you ever seen McGruber.
Nah,
You even know what it is?
nah. It sounds like some dude from McDonald's.
It's basically so SNL had this sketch on for a long time with Fred, not Fred Armisen. It was what the hell is this dude's name? It was about he was on SNL, but he had a skit called McGruber where it was basically like MacGyver. You know how MacGyver just like would like find random shit to get out of situations,
Yeah.
but it was like McGruber, so he was like an idiot, and so they made a whole movie for that shit. And I watched it at my friend's house, and like the shit was wild because there was one point where he stuck like a stock of like broccoli in his ass to like distract somebody. And like I was like, all right, this is wild. But his mom was like right there on the computer as we were watching the movie. We are like, all right, this is getting crazy. And then there was a sex scene where he was fucking basically a ghost at a cemetery. And his mom like walked in like, oh, what are y'all watching? And we're all like, It's like, yeah, how do you even explain that shit? We just started dying laughing. Like, yo,
Yeah.
what are you even gonna do? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah. I think my friend went to go see Wolf of Wall Street with his mom, and
Oh
that's like
shit.
that 3 hour sex scene right there, bro.
Uh-huh.
They're like fucking hookers and doing cocaine off their asses and shit. Um,
Yeah, bro, that's the first scene. He's blowing cocaine out of chick's ass.
right, exactly. So I was like, dude, yeah, some movies you just can't go see. Like, you got to know which movies to go see with your parents, you know. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, with the shit where they walking in on the rooms, you kind of can't avoid it. One time, my dad, like, as I get older, I just realized being an adult is just realizing how wrong you were as a kid.
Mhm.
And one time, we had HBO, so every time the softcore movies would come on.
Mhm.
And like one time, me and my friend were just chilling watching it, and then he came in. We like changed the channel real quick, and he's like, "Why'd you boys change the channel real quick?" And we're like, "Fuck, yeah, we were watching probably shit we shouldn't." And he's like, "All right, well, don't." We're like, "All right." We're like, "All right."
You should just play it off like shit. What you mean? We're changing the channel.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I was in the middle of changing it. What are you talking about?
He would said that he would have been like, "Stop lying." But anyway, but yeah, no, I don't know. I think that it's funny. I'm a square, bro. Like, I don't even like sex scenes. They're so corny because you know. the unrealistic. You know, they out here like, oh shit, like the piano drops, like starts playing, and then like the girl just like takes her earring off, and then like the next scene is just like all this crazy shit, like they doing
Bro,
contraptions.
first of all, every sex scene be super unrealistic because it's like one to be like positions that niggas can't really do. You're like, yo, all right, I don't know if you can just go in that way. And then also
Yeah,
be like, there always be like there's no foreplay in movies. Like, you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So like dudes be running in dry. And I'm like, bro, there's no way.
There's that, and they always do extra shit. Like they'll always be like having sex in a chair, like on top of the bed and shit. It's like, all right, y'all doing extra shit like
Right?
this, and
Homeboy lifting her up against the wall and it's like,
yeah,
bro, you know how they do that shit for a full 3 strokes and be like, all right, yo, we gotta go to the bed.
yeah. And then on top of that, the scene's like way longer than giving your man respect. I was like, yo,
Right?
your man's drunk as shit. He's hitting it with like 3 pumps and he's out.
Yeah.
But yeah, but
You
that's funny,
don't
man.
know.
I mean, now with movies that I've already seen, I can obviously fast forward because I've seen the shit. But with new movies, man, if I can't really control it, I'm kind of just like, yeah, this does nothing for me. It's not like I'm not like, oh shit, this is a real impactful scene now because they had sex earlier. So
Right.
now I really hope he saves her. Like, nah, I don't. There's nothing.
That's what irked me about when we used to watch Power. It's like they gave everybody a goddamn sex
Right,
scene.
I don't need that, bro. Just close the door and like give some insinuation. We're like, oh shit,
Oh,
like like the slow pan across and the camera is like just a signs like do not disturb. It's like
nah, and like the Power ones were they had literally like Tasha throwing it back on dudes like, yo, holy whoa.
yeah,
They giving side character sex scenes with people you don't even know. Like, who is that chick? You know what I mean?
right.
They've only been there for 2 episodes.
Exactly. Like a scene would start with like someone having sex, and you're like, who
Like,
is this?
I don't know how this movie to pull out for it, but y'all got it, I guess.
Yeah. Again,
Um,
it's just unnecessary, dude. And like, it's funny because that's like their selling point, and apparently a lot of shit that they do for a sex scene is like so preventative, like because bacteria and shit, I guess, and like
yeah, and like people's like actual like motherfuckers be in relationships. It gotta be like I've like read up on some of the stuff like recently because some show I watched, the show called Smilf or whatever.
yeah,
They've been getting in trouble because they've been the showrunner is a chick. She'd been, I guess, been doing our misconduct on the sex scenes or whatever.
that's
Where she,
weird.
yeah, because like usually they close the set to where it's just like the cameraman, the director, and then the people having the sex scene. But I guess she wasn't there, so she had them turn on monitors and shit. People were getting mad, and it's like, bro, like you gotta respect motherfuckers' privacies. But like it's just weird because it's like it's so awkward to do, and I feel like you shouldn't only. But I mean, I get it, bro. They're in most of these shows and movies, they're trying to depict like actual life, so you gotta have a sex scene.
It's just mad funny though because you got to do the takes more than once, obviously. And
Right.
what's funny is like when the girl's riding or the dude's doing whatever he's doing, you ever think they probably look at each other like, "You really do it like that?" Or like, because you be running your fingers through your hair a lot. I don't know if
Right.
that's like like that's weird
Right.
because then it's like, yo, are you really doing the habits of like when you do engage in this? Like,
Mhm.
because at what point is it like I don't know.
I don't know.
I couldn't date an actress, especially in sex scenes, because it's just like you're at a party and you're like, "Yo, what's up?" Jamie Foxx. That's cool. Like you pretend to have sex with my wife. Or, like I have sex with my wife. Like that's weird. Like that's really weird to me.
I guess it's, cause everybody's professional, so nobody's actually having sex. Like, and I would assume that the whole situation is just awkward. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, it's
it's
like
fine.
I'm
Yeah,
all like, we got cameras here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know you a little bit, but like, this is a little, like, it's a lot. Like, and I'm sure everybody in general is like kind of feeling vulnerable.
yeah. I did like a play in fifth grade or some shit, and there was like a kiss scene, but it was like kiss on the cheek type shit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that being like the most nerve wracking part, obviously. And
Right.
you're just like, damn. But then I guess you think about it, like if they're pro actors, they've been doing this shit since
For a
little.
while, yeah.
They've been doing kissing scenes, hug scenes, high school love
Naked,
scenes,
all this shit,
yeah,
yeah.
making out scenes, probably sex exploration scenes, like probably coming of age, maybe homosexual scenes. Like
Right.
you never know.
Like obviously at the end of the day they're still acting, so like you know what I mean. Like they're not, they kind of like obviously they're still doing it, but they're taking themselves out of it. They're putting themselves in a certain mindset to be able to do it. And it's like obviously me not my non-acting ass is like, yo, that's wild. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I'm just
Like,
not
dang, he really fucking the shit out that bitch. Dang.
right. But that's what yeah, that's the one thing I take is like none of these sex like how you gonna have all these years of sex scenes and there's like no foreplay, bro. That's like y'all having some wild sex, no foreplay.
Hey,
Like what
you
the
know
hell?
what you know what they never depict, and let's go to our next topic. They never depict motherfuckers awkwardly farting during sex.
None of the queen. I mean, maybe in like a funny movie they'd do that. I don't know if you saw Zach and Miri make a porno.
I haven't seen that, but I'm like, nah, they be
Oh,
dude, there's some girl, hey, I've seen movies and shit where they be like, yo, like a lot of there's a lot of traffic in and out, you know what I'm saying? Like air pockets happen, my G.
they do. It does. It makes sense, you know. And you just kind of got to go through it. Sometimes motherfuckers start laughing. You're like, damn.
Yeah. But
You
anyway,
just got
nah,
to power
so
through it.
but outside of sex, let's divert, man. We sound like some horny motherfuckers today.
No, we're just talking about it. More so, it's just funny. You know why you end up watching it with like even if you just watching with the homies and the sex scene pop up, it's just awkward as shit to get out of. But I
Yeah.
guess moving on to like I guess awkwarder, more awkward shit is I had a homie. I'm not gonna name names because I'm sure she wouldn't want me to name drop her or whatever. But she was saying that like when we were talking about like silent discos, you know what those are?
Is that where you go to a party and they got the headphones?
Yeah, like it's like instead of like them actually playing the music on speakers, it's like everybody just put on these headphones and you can just hear everybody can hear the music through the headphones.
It's kind of like working. It's like a bunch of freelancers working in an office. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it sounds like, but it's like everybody's hearing the same thing. So like, you know what I mean? Like it's all just like transmitted through all the. So it's like similar, but it's like then somebody takes off their headphones and it just you just hear all the wild shits in the club. Like you just hear motherfuckers heavy breathing. You hear dudes in the corner trying to hit on a chick.
Dude, yeah, I
You
was
know
gonna
what I
say,
mean?
do people talk outside when they don't have the headphones on and stuff?
I'm guessing they would just take off the head like phones and then like talk. But that's probably better for chicks because like a dude try to hit on you, you just act like, hey, I got the headphones on, I can't hear you, bro, and just walk away.
Yeah, that'd be
You know what I
salty.
mean?
You're like, damn, she couldn't even take the headphones off to talk to me.
Hey, at least you know, bro. You don't gotta waste your time trying to holler over the music. And she's like, "What?" She's like,
Yeah.
"I think you look good." What? Can
Could
I
I
buy you a drink?
what?
No, I got a boyfriend. I'm like, oh, all right.
But
You know what I
how
mean?
long y'all been dating?
You can't have friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
What's your Snapchat?
but like deciding this one, you can't do that shit. But that's what we were saying. Like, that gotta be weird because you can hear all the sounds. And this girl's like, yeah, what do you do? Because, like, like, what if you farting? And I'm like, bro, you just farting in the club? And she's
Yeah,
like,
what?
yeah, like it's loud as hell. You know what I mean? Some dude might, some creepy dude just did some shit, or like he said something to you, he wouldn't leave you alone, so you just crop dust and walk away.
That's disgusting.
We're like, yo, what? And
So
she was like,
so she has farts on deck, like in the chamber. No
I
pun
guess you
intended.
just saying like it just happened, but like I think somebody else was saying like I guess because she was saying it more bluntly, like, yo, yeah, I'm letting them rip, fuck it, like you know what I'm saying. There's no way to tell who did it. There's nobody hearing it. I ain't got no shame in it. I might crop dust somebody because they being a jerk, and I just move on. And then we're like, we start laughing because we're like, yo, that's wild. You thought this was a safe space for
There's
you to tell
been
us this shit, and we're just laughing at it. But then somebody else was like, I mean, honestly, it makes sense. Like everybody's drinking, so I'm sure people letting farts off and not really noticing.
well, there's that, and I've definitely been on dance floors where someone smelled like they shit themselves, and I'm like,
Exactly.
bro, like who, like yo, go run to the bathroom. I will say, in like a more pressure applied situation, when I was like back in work and I was doing sales, there's been times where I was like, man, my stomach hurts. Like I don't want to like go run to the bathroom or whatever.
Mhm.
I used to try and sneak a fart out, thinking like, all right, I could just like, like let this go, but then it would be mad smelly, and I'm like, and I'd be like looking, showing somebody their phone, and like you could just tell they're just like, damn, what's that smell? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know what that is, and it's just us two. So yeah, that
Damn,
shit.
you gotta play
Yeah.
it off like they're like, yeah, no, show ass.
Well, and it's funny as shit. I mean, it's a little different than farting, but we just moved to like a new office at work,
Mhm.
and I've told people I have GERD, stomach issues and shit. So I'd be in the bathroom often,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just awkward because, like, before the office we had was nice because the bathroom was spaced out. Like, people didn't know that, oh, every time you leave your desk, you pooping. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right,
Where now it's kind of like, fam, if you like it's awkward because when you walk out, everyone's desks are just right there. And
right.
so me, I go to the bathroom probably once an hour, and you walk out, you're just like, yep, like guess what I just did, like I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
it's
But pee is
awkward.
not that big a deal. You know what I
Nah,
mean? Like,
opinions, whatever. It's just like, oh, it's like washing your hands because you hear the water running.
it just like everything else is just shameful about the bathroom. Like even it's funny because I hate farting in public. Like I'll just hold the shit. But like even if I go to the bathroom, there could be somebody taking a shit in the stall, and I still be like, nah, I ain't gonna fart in. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
I'm
Like
I'm 30 years old and I hate pooping in public, dude. It's
I
so
hate it
weird.
too. I go all the way. Like if I'm going, I'm like I'm making sure it's a time when people aren't really like clocking me. Like they know it's like a kind of my lunchtime, so
Yeah.
I can go and maybe they'd be like, people would be like, oh, where Ty at? And they probably, oh, he probably on lunch instead of being like, you know what I mean, Ty taking a shit probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I overthink things too. I look at
But
my
it's dumb because like I never clock anybody else to be like, yo, that person been gone for a minute. I bet they taking a shit.
Yeah,
You know
never.
what I mean?
I always
So
think the
like,
opposite. I think like, yo, they out there, they running errands, they smoke,
right.
they getting high. I'm over here like, damn, I'm pooping. They know it.
Like I'm like, yo, somebody walk in, they know my sneakers. It's like you be overthinking it, but you got to think like nobody cares.
I,
Like that's how I try to do when like I'm about to do a presentation because I'm thinking like how I think when somebody else is presenting. I'm just thinking about my presentation. So like that's kind of like I'm like, yo, when I'm up there, motherfuckers ain't about to care.
right.
They not. But you in your own head like same thing, bro. Like
And
with the poop.
yeah, and then when you think about that, like imagine someone speaking bad about you because you did poop. They're like, yeah, so Ty, he's cool and everything, but like he always be pooping. So
Right? You think about everybody poops and everybody's trying to hide that they
right,
pooping.
and someone trying to explain that to their friend, like, yo, I don't bang with this person because they poop a lot. They're like, that's weird, fam.
But you
Like,
imagine how embarrassed you'd be if somebody like, yo, you was taking a shit. You know
I'm
what I
like,
mean?
well, nah, I was just peeing for mad long.
Like, nah, sometimes I be drinking mad water here.
I'm like, nah, like people make shit up. I'm like, nah, my grandma called, so like, I had to do that. I wasn't
Right?
pooping though.
Right? But if I catch somebody of my coworkers pooping, like
Yo,
I don't even
what
I be like I don't say anything, but I definitely be like, damn, bro, you just
do
pooping
your grandma
everybody.
ever do that shit to you where like you be at the house and all your cousins are there and you be like, Grandma, how do you lock the door? All silent, and she's like, are you pooping? You're like, oh, Grandma, I ain't fucking.
Right?
I just said that shit in confidence.
I feel like now that I realize like the poop shame I used to get has always been just from family.
Right.
All right, you poop motherfuckers going like, God damn, who's in the bathroom?
They're like, bro, you taught me how to use this shit. I would have been
Like,
fine using a diaper.
right? Everybody, there's one bathroom in the house, and everybody you poop, and everybody's like, "Wow, smells terrible." Like, nigga, your poop stank too, bro. It's poop.
Yeah, like people are like, yo, my shit smells like cinnamon rolls.
I'm like, nah, bro, get it
Yeah.
out.
But yeah, no,
Yeah,
I don't know, man. That's funny, dude. I gotta take another poll and ask, people fart in public
if
places,
people
like
farting that's the poll question. You
at the
people farting at the
restaurant. Like
club?
that's disgusting, man.
Nah,
Like,
not at a restaurant. That's just gross.
yeah,
Like, but I'm sure people just letting them fly at the club, especially if you're already tipsy. You might not even know motherfuckers is just seeping out. But
dude.
I get it. I get it for girls because, like, we could just go to the bathroom anytime we want.
I've
But
heard,
chicks, like, you're
yeah,
not about to go wait in that line to go fart. Come on, man.
I've heard stories of girls peeing their pants and like what's it called?
Waiting to
Like
get in the bathroom?
waiting to get in the bathroom or just being too drunk and peeing their pants like at a bar and stuff. So I'm like, yo, like some people be drunk and not have control of all their fluids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. But
So
I get it. Man, I think we reached that time, bro.
man, out here with the bodily fluids.
But I think we reached our favorite time of every pod. Burn songs of the week, bro. What you got?
I will say before we get to song of the week, speaking of music, man, what's up? We didn't. I don't think we touched on it last week, but the athletes thinking that they could rap, man. Last thing I need is an album from LeBron, bro.
We don't. He didn't rap.
With what's in 2 Chains?
Yeah, he didn't rap at all. He's A&R'd it.
Mm.
You know.
I don't need him in the studio.
I mean, it ended up being a good 2 Chainz album. So like that was his best. That was his championship for this year.
All right, well,
Helping 2 Chainz make a good album.
I'm just happy that it wasn't like a Shaq album.
Yeah, like I obviously if it was like yo 2 Chainz featuring LeBron and LeBron just on there rapping, I'd be like, all right, well, why y'all doing this? I was already kind of shaky on him, just like because like if people don't know what A&R and is, it's like he basically just comes in, helps the person like pick beats. You know what I'm saying? Helps the person like if he like, oh yo, this song probably needs like a feature. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe you should add another verse on this one. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I don't know, like how like golf coaches are. They just kind of have suggestions but they don't actually tell the motherfucker what to do, you know?
Word. Well, so song of the week this week, I always hit him with the old school shit.
Mm-hmm.
I, was touching back on the fight or the wannabe fight that I saw on Wednesday, and I was kind of texting my homies, laughing about like just the whack fight that it was, and they were
Mm-hmm.
just talking about like the places they're from and just like stories of and just made me think of Mob Deep, Quiet Storm. You know what I'm saying? Because they always rapped about people not being fit and not being like in the right place, and
That's
those
true.
dudes both would have got murked if they were anywhere else but Arizona. So,
Hey,
song of the week is "Quiet Storm" by Mob Deep.
nice. Yeah. So you know how I usually listen to new music every Thursday night. Because somebody usually drops an album. Last week, I listened to Solange's album. I listened to obviously the 2 Chainz album, and like I was hyping up the baby. But this
Baby
week,
on baby.
yeah, you know. But this week, the only person in rap wise to drop an album was Juice World, your boy. So I did not listen to that. I was like, I'm okay.
I'm a fan of his. I did listen to it. I think it was
Is
good,
it,
but
was it good? I heard people see. I was because you know how I give people a chance. So like usually I'll go and because like I listened to the Juice World and Future album and I was like, all right, whatever. But like Juice World was fucking it up for me, but I was like, whatever. Um, but I usually give motherfuckers a chance. But I saw them put out that this is Juice World's Reasonable Doubt or Life After Death, and I was like, all right, I'm not listening to that shit. What the fuck is
yeah.
wrong with y'all?
Nah, I mean, nah, I can see why you don't like him. He raps about unique stuff, and I don't. I mean, it's not really anything special. I like some of his songs. Um, so yeah, it's nothing.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no,
I'm
it's
it's
cool.
whatever.
I like I already said like I'm not gonna if you fuck with him, you fuck with him. Me, I'm just like nah. But then them just saying that it was his reasonable doubt, and I'm like, all right, why are you doing that?
Yeah, nah. See, that gives me a reason to doubt. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
exactly. So,
Yeah.
but like there was a couple Lucy's I was fucking with. This dude Trav think I don't fuck with Partisan Fontaine. I already told him I do. He dropped a song called Rodman. That's fire. Definitely listen to that. So that you can throw that on there as one of my songs of the week. Rico Nasty finally dropped a song called Sandy. That shit is fire as well. Um, I realized that I've been listening to more like female rappers lately, and I don't know if people like know some of the names on it, but you got like the Dreezys out here, the Rhapsodies and shit. I fuck with Rico Nasty heavy. Tierra,
Uh,
what's
I,
up?
I was gonna say also I like Lil Skies. He dropped an album called Shelby. Speaking of
Oh
girl
yeah,
names.
yeah, I saw that. I usually don't. I might, you know what I'm saying. If I don't got anything to listen to, I might. Though I might try and like listen to those just to see because I don't. That's the thing. I don't like bashing shit without listening to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I actually bashed him first because he had face tats and shit, and then like
Yeah.
I listened to some songs. I was like, oh, actually, it's not bad. And then he's got the new album, and so far there's a couple of songs I like. So yeah, if I ever meet him, I'll tell him that as a funny story. Like, yo, I hated on you before I listened to your shit.
Right. And there's some people like, yeah, you listen to it once, you don't really got to listen again. Like
Yeah,
Lil Pump, if like again, I listened to his album that dropped before. All I did was listen to the features. I was like, I can't stand this dude, like, cause he's not good at rapping. Like, you know
right.
what I'm saying? Like, objectively, but like, I just hate how people just kind of mix everything in together. Like, you can understand Lil Pump completely, but people be like mumble rap and this and that and
It's
trap.
like, when did he mumble when he said Gucci Gang 11 times?
Yeah, bro. Like he didn't mumble at all. You understood that trash that he was saying clearly. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like people be like, oh, that's mumble trap rap. And it's like it's neither of those things. And it's still trash. Like you
It's neither of those three things. You know
yeah,
what
and
I'm
it's like, bro, you basically people just you can just tell people who use like either mumble rap or trap rap as a way of just saying something's trash. And it's
saying?
like, bro, like 2 Chainz is a trap rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys don't really know the distinctions. And that's why I can't take some of y'all opinions serious. You know what I mean? But that's different. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
But hey, in their defense, anytime we hear like a fucking guitar, we're like, turn that country shit off, yo.
No, but even then, like I'll listen. I just the twain is what gets me. Like
I
I'm
won't
not, you know
listen.
what
I
I'm
will
saying?
not listen to that shit.
Oh no, I'm not saying, but I'm saying like the twain is like that, like ding 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 ding. That
I'd
shit,
be like,
that shit just doesn't
I'll be
slap
in the
me,
car. I'll be in the car. I'm like, yo, when's the beat about to drop? They're like, oh,
right?
there's no beat. I'm like, oh,
Right.
ah,
I'm just not in like the subject matter. Usually, don't I don't. But like I've heard some like country ish rap songs that like have like country influence in them. Like, yo, this slaps. I think it must be the black people.
yeah. I had a roommate that listened to like, she's like, do you want to listen to country rap? Like, you probably won't like it. And then like we listened to it, and I was like, oh, you were right. She was like, what? I was like, I don't like it.
But
Yeah,
like, it's only when it's like parody, you know. It's like you
yeah.
throw it on, and it's like, yeah,
No, it was just like growing up in the back hills with the dirt pile, like trying to
yeah,
rap.
no, 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 no,
I was
no,
like,
yeah,
oh,
nah, yeah, not actual people trying to do that shit for real.
yeah.
The parodies are like, oh, this actually kind of slap because it just rap with like they just throw in a banjo as one of like the things for the beat, and you're like, oh, it's a country rap song, but it just them fucking around. But yeah, I don't even know if I said my song. So I guess my song of the week is Gloria by Tierra Whack. That's what I was getting to. Then I've been fucking with a lot more female rappers. I'm gonna listen to that Carrie Foe album too. That just dropped. So I don't know
Damn.
if anybody knows any of these people that I'm saying, but yeah.
Well, that's why we put them on, son. You're the one that puts me onto new music.
Also,
Again,
Animal by Stunner for Vegas featuring the baby. That's gonna be on the pod. That's what played at in the beginning.
how do you come across new music, fam? You just let your fucking SoundCloud just rock, or what? Like,
Nah, so it's a mix of things. Usually uh it might be I'm on. I just, every now and then I'll do this, Spotify Discover Weekly. But like sometimes I'll be, I'll just go to the hip hop thing on Spotify, and like if somebody dropped a new album, if I never heard of them, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just try it out. Like I'll test this song out, or like I'll go to their top song, see what their top song is, like play that, and if I fuck with it, then I'm like, all right, let me check to see what the album's in for. You know what I mean? But sometimes it'd be people because I follow a decent amount of of like crate digger kind of like hip hop heads on Twitter. So if I see somebody that like I fuck with, I respect their like musical opinion. Like if I see them touting somebody coming up, I'm like, oh, let me check that out. They drop a link or something or a YouTube video. Like that, I think that's what happened with the baby. It was like somebody I fuck with, like he just dropped like, oh, yo, this video is funny, and I just listened to it. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then let me go check out his other shit. I'm like, I bet, you know what I'm saying? Like between it's like that. Travis sent me some shit, and I'm like, if I haven't heard of him, I will check it out. But usually Trav stick to the people that he fuck with. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll send me new people, but they're like newer people that be people who fuck with people he already fuck with. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I was just, I'm just impressed because you always find new shit. But and like, for me, it's I don't know if it's just a habit, but like when I go to the gym and stuff,
Mm.
I just start off the shit that I know, and then it kind of just keeps going from there. Then
Right. This shit it goes into like radio, and then you kind of.
right.
But yeah, that happens too. I think me personally, I think I'm just addicted to like new music because I'll get tired with shit if I listen to it too much. Like I was thinking too, like how many times you gotta listen to a song before it get tired for you? And I feel like my shit is low. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm always trying to find new
Yeah.
shit. That
I
way
yeah.
I don't listen to like even if I think I fuck with a song a lot, like I'm not listening to it over and over and over again to where I'm like, all right, I'm already tired of the song.
What's funny though is I'm actually mad behind. Like I'm actually late to the party when it comes to music. But what's funny is I have friends that are even later to the party when it comes to music. And what sucks is we share that same habit of like bumping a song until we hate it. But they'll bump a song that's like I tried to put them onto like a year ago. And I'm like, fam, I was bumping this in the whip like a year ago, and you weren't
Yeah,
feeling it. And now like
yeah,
all
I
you want
hated
to do is
that.
play. Yeah,
I think I put that on my IG. It's like all the people at the party looking back at the DJ weird. And it's like, yo, when you play their when you play their favorite song a month early, you know what I mean?
yeah,
You,
exactly, dude.
you play their favorite song from a month later or whatever it was, or a month earlier or some shit like that. And it's like, yeah, that's how it be. That's how it was in college all the time. I'm like, oh, yo, this song's mad good. You should listen to it. And they're like, nah, throwing that shit that we already heard a bunch of times. And then a month later, they're bopping the shit that you already tried to put them on to. It's just kind of the cycle. Some people be at the forefront of like that's for everything, right?
Yeah.
There's motherfuckers who got iPhones as soon as they drop because they knew they were gonna be the big things, and then other people like me or you just like I didn't get an iPhone until 3 years ago. So you know what I'm saying, and you, like in smartphone in general, you're like I'll let y'all work out the bugs and that shit. I mean that's the thing. Like I might find somebody who I think is gonna be cool, and then they be out there rapping in 2 years.
Right.
Kind of
But
like consequence of trying to find new people all the time.
yeah, and same with that, podcast, motherfuckers that out here really been doing it from the jump. So shouts to the Bucket Up Podcast because we out here with the organic chemistry, creative content. Ty, thanks for putting up with me week in and week out, man. For the buckets new to the program, where can they find us, son?
Yeah, make sure. I don't know. Obviously, I have no clue what the hell you listen to us today. Thank you though. If you want to find us other places or put other people on, let them motherfuckers know that we are also on, Apple Podcasts. We're on SoundCloud. We're on Google Play. We're on Stitcher Radio. We're on Spotify now. So you don't really have any excuse, bro. You can listen to us on all them different fucking platforms. Tell your grandmammy, tell your aunties about us, your cousins, all them. Um, I feel like we've been growing. I see other people, like, I'm not trying to shame anybody. I see other people with podcasts, and like, I'm like, sometimes I'm kind of like, oh yeah, I wonder if like, we doing well relative to other people, and some people don't, they're not getting the type of listens that we are, and like that's cool. They might, they grinding, we grinding. Hopefully, we get bigger. You know what I'm saying? And we keep kind of trying to grow. So that's why we're saying, if you really fuck with us, repost us on social media, hit us up, interact with us. Make sure you're telling other people about us. Try to interact with us on shit so we can keep growing this motherfucker.
Yeah, bro, because like if we win, y'all win. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna bring y'all to the party too. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
yeah, shouts to those. Understand that we out here with the realness, not relying on interviews. You know what I'm saying? We creating this shit from the gut.
Right.
So but yeah, shouts to us, man. Shouts to you, Ty, for putting up with me week in, week out. My girl don't
Oh,
even do it like that.
what's
But
funny is I guess this is cool because it's making the pod. But I had the homie Sapi. Shout out to Sapi. Shout out to his wife Molly. They habitual listeners. Uh,
yeah,
but
I heard my dentist story was slapping.
yeah. He actually texted me and because we did a pod a couple, I don't know, a couple pods ago about like weird flexes in songs, and he said one he just heard was Cardi B with that Adam Levine song say, "I play with my kitty like you play with the guitar," and it's like, is she really bragging about like being really good at masturbating? It's
Because
like,
I'm
uh,
willing to smoke with that.
all right, if we could all do that shit, like, hey, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm 2 strokes, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we out here that's what we doing nowadays. But so yeah, shouts to Sapi. Like I said, hit us up if y'all fuck with us, to throw in the content. But yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, and to your homie from Buffalo or back home with the Red Sox, man, I'll let him smoke.
Oh nah, yeah, nah, we not. that's
What I forgot his name, but
the
no, we're
shit. You have
cool.
family, bro. You had the family in Buffalo.
No, we're cool. We talked it out. We talked it out. He's
All
cool.
right, all right,
We
all
all
right.
love. It's all love. But yeah, it's all Yankees. But anyway, Bucket Up Podcast, bro. Volume 76. We are out.
We out. Chill. All right, you want to do the recap?
Yeah.
Hold on. So what the hell we do?
What are you mad about?
You off the defensive. What you mad about? Like, I'm just chilling. The hell? That's wild.
Ties on your side. That's cool. Hey, what's your Apple Watch say? You get good sleep last night? Yeah. All right, cool. See, I told you it's not me.
All right, what the hell do we even talk about, bro?
Sex scenes in movies, party in the club.
But what was the first thing we did?
Movie.
It was like witness in a
Sexism.
fight.
Sexism. Oh,
No, I'm talking about from the weekend review. Like,
oh,
what
my
was the?
bad.
I know I said something about like learning slurs at school or whatever,
Oh
but
damn! I didn't even tell my irony story. I'm an idiot. Anyway,
what
all
was the
good.
irony story? I mean, we're still recording. What's the irony story?
I bought glasses, new glasses, just on some random shit. I was bored at work and I ran to the glasses store, and then my current pair of glasses I have now broke
Mm-hmm.
after
Oh,
bought a new pair. So I'm thinking like, would they have broke if I didn't buy that new pair?
bro. I mean, maybe at some point.
Right, but when like that was
I mean,
weird timing.
I guess you'd rather have it break after the fact than before the
That's what
fact,
I was saying. So imagine they broke, and I was like, "Damn, I guess I got to order glasses now."
right? If you're not really ready to actually get the glasses and shit.
All right. So anyway, that was it.
Okay, okay. So I got learning slurs at school. Uh, said people was scrapping at the restaurant or something like that. You and
Wannabe fighters or something like that. People, fuck, I don't know. People,
yeah, another crazy story, another crazy restaurant story from Jesse.
yeah. Another wacky restaurant story.
Why does that man have fucking ranch on his face?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Your man was eating ranch by the spoonful.
Wow, bro, motherfuckers love that shit. And then we got Captain Marvel review.
Yeah. It's like sexism in movies or whatever.
Yeah.
Sexism in creative writing.
We said Captain Marvel review and the sexism associated with it.
Yeah.
Sexism, I'll just say that sexism. And then after that we did sex scenes in movies. Awkward or watching sex scenes with mixed company. Farting in the club and farting in the club and more. That's what we'll do.
Farting in public places. Yeah.
I think farting in the club is funny, so so we just roll with. Like obviously we talk more about, it, but that's just funny to just put it like that. You think Hurricane Chris was really that hot in the club that he took his shoes off?
No.
He said it's so hot up in the club, I ain't even got no shoes on. Like what?
That's
Put your
so
shoes on, bro.
yeah, like well, that's gonna be a deciding factor.
Like he said I took off an article of clothes and he said I took my damn shoes off.
Yeah, nah. That sucks though when it's hot in the club and you're sweaty and shit.
Yeah. I mean that's how you know you had a good night, I guess, right?
Yeah.
All right. You got it. I just put it in there.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll do like this week on the Bucket Up podcast. We talk about learning slurs at school. And then you could do another crazy restaurant story. Or maybe Or maybe you can say I got another crazy restaurant story.
Yeah.
And then I say Captain Marvel review and sexism. And then you say watching sex scenes with mixed company. And then I'll say farting in the club and more.
All right, cool.
All right. On today's episode of the Bucket Up Podcast, we talk about learning slurs at school.
I got another crazy restaurant story.
We talk about Captain Marvel and the sexism associated with it.
Watching sex scenes with mixed company, especially your parents, is wild.
And farting in the club and much, much more. All right, cool.
Cool, man. I'm gonna go get some breakfast.
I figured y'all was about to go somewhere to eat.
Oh, it's funny, bro. Joel forgot